But like I mentioned earlier, though, a big thank you to the parents. You guys, without you guys, this doesn't go smoothly. So a big thank you to all of you. And then to you guys, I thank you a ton after the season, but thank you for all you guys' hard work. I know it was a grind at times, and all the hours that you guys have put in since the summer, to the preseason, to the strength workouts, to everything that goes into open gyms and all the practices. So appreciate you guys for all your hard work. Reflecting on the season, from where we were at, going and playing in Section 7, losing how many guys we did from last year, 4 starters, and having 1 returner starter with Aiden, and a couple guys that only played some minutes. A lot of people didn't have high expectations for us. Mr. Jones, no. I'm just putting you on blast right there. Sorry. I just saw you and I'm like,
yeah, right.
But that goes for a lot of people. A lot of people didn't have high expectations for us. But I think this group knew that we had something that we could be something special. And I thought you guys proved that going through some battles in the preseason. Taking our lumps up in Sacramento with Brophy, and kind of one of our biggest trips and learning about ourselves. Team meeting that we had up there, being able to have tough conversations. I thought your sons just grew immensely as men, just to being able to have tough conversations. And then going down and playing in San Diego and playing against top competition, and recognizing that we have a chance to be pretty decent, where we can hang with teams. And we're just kind of a little bit close to kind of, flipping a switch to figure things out. And then to the league season that we had, you guys reflect on that league season, and going 13-1 is very rare in the WCL, and that's what some of the most strongest teams have done over the years. So to be able to go 13-1 says a lot about you guys. When all the coaches, and me included, thought the league champion this year was going to have 3 or 4 losses, just because of the parity of where we were. So it says a lot about you guys to win those tough, close games, battling in those tough ones, winning an epic St. Francis game, down 4, not having the ball, just everything going right with JP stealing it first, Derek getting fouled on the 3-pointer, missing the first one on purpose. I'm sorry. Make it even more interesting by missing that first, knocking down the second, and then can't have a more perfect miss. And then Gavin getting the rebound, Eric slicing in there, all the things that we needed to, and the fact that these guys had practiced this only twice. I think we only practiced that situation twice in the preseason, and it wasn't since early December. And the fact that they were able to organize that, get the rebound, slice it, and get it to the corner for Aiden to knock it down. If you go back and watch the film, my favorite part about that is that the ball is just getting kicked to Aiden, and you can see JP celebrating already, knowing that it was going. Remember that? Okay, so if you go back and watch the film, he's just like almost skipping, like it's already down. So it's pretty cool, and just seeing the bench, how engaged the bench was and locked in. So these 12 guys were something special. Going on and then playing winning league, and then we're going to talk about CCS a little bit. I felt like playing at the SI, our last game here, might have been one of our best games as a team. The way offensively we were starting to work, and defensively, and then having a bittersweet ending with losing the Modesto. It always kind of leaves a bad taste in your mouth. But it still doesn't take away from what you guys put in. For you seniors, it doesn't take away from the legacy you did. And having a couple bad breaks with whether guys being injured, Isaiah taking a crazy spill and then being able to come back and play, and still having a chance to be in it. And then going and having to go on the road and play against the eventual NorCal champion, which, and they almost knock off Centennial the other night. So, it was a tough task, but hopefully a learning for you younger guys and what we need to do. And then just the experience and the journey that we got to go through as a whole team. I thought it was pretty special. So big thank you to you guys. Big thank you to parents for going along for that ride, and for you senior parents and you seniors. We're going to miss you guys because you were huge contributions to this program. And then for you young guys, hopefully just getting that hunger, because knowing we didn't finish off the job of what we were trying to do. So a big thank you to you guys, and let's go through and celebrate each of you guys. And I'm going to get you guys your certificates, and there's some awards here as well that we need to identify. And let's start off with, go alphabetically with our younger guys. So Eric Brown, come on up here, big fella. So you got to sit here and talk. So Eric, started off a little bit slow. I think he was playing some of his best basketball by the end of the year, and some of the shots that he hit, whether it be was up at Reardon, coming in and hitting a big shot just to get us going. He was one of the smoothest shooters right in that mid-range post right there, and then having huge games just coming off the bench in Santa Cruz, coming in and drilling his first three, and then coming to Modesto Christian, tough shots, tough environment, and knocking down shots. I thought it was huge, and I thought you made some huge growth. I'm looking forward to next year for you being better. Nate, come on up. Okay. Nate battled some injuries this year, and then by the time he was able to come back, he was huge for us. Kind of our defensive stop, or being able to throw him on anybody defensively. The way he was able to offensive rebound was just demoralizing for other teams. And he's the least guy, the guy you least wants you to guard when we're doing our Kobe drill, because he will be in your face and not let you move. So we're looking for big things from him. He's going to continue to get better, but we're excited to have you another couple years. So we talked about Aiden's unique journey as a freshman, not playing and stuff, and with Grayson, he took another unique journey where we realized after the preseason he wasn't going to be able to get too much playing time. So he was practicing with us, for those you don't know, and he was playing with the freshman A's, trying to keep just the continuity and keep him in shape and get him game minutes. Because when we came to realize, he hadn't played in games, because last year there were no really games for him, and we needed to get that game experience. But being able to compete at a varsity level, and we had to get him a little bit more less shy, because the guys make him a little bit nervous sometimes. They're still trying to throw him off. So we're excited because Grayson can really shoot it, and has one of the purest shots on the team, and excited to have him for 3 more years. Okay. Tyler Jones. Let's get Tyler Jones. So Ty, probably did not see him coming in as playing the post, but if you didn't recognize, he was kind of our rim runner, and didn't post up a ton, but was able to just get us organized into that post position and being able to kind of recognize give us whatever we needed, and that was going forward, whether it be offensively or defensively. He had huge games just on numerous occasions, whether it be sometimes he would score 15. He'd have a few games where he scored 15, and the other games where he had 0, but he would have 5 stops against some of their best guys, getting big rebounds in certain situations. So just a huge effort from him, just on the way he committed himself to how physical he was, and I'm excited because now he's got to be able to play all sorts of positions. So, and he knows that coming in there. All right. Patrick O'Leary. So no one's beating Patrick in a lifting contest, but with what Patrick brings, the energy that Patrick brings not only to every practice and to every game, we're not successful without him. And it's tough to not play in a ton of games. And I know this is one of the toughest roles, but we talked about having all-stars in your role, and Patrick was that. So I know he wasn't happy not playing all the time, but you wouldn't know it. And he talked about an ultimate teammate, just what he gave in practice, from the scout team to just prepping our guys and the physicality, got our guys ready to play, and we got him for one more year, so we're excited to get him rolling there. JP, birthday boy. Want me to come with you? Now, JP everyone has their own unique journey, and JP had a unique journey because he's transferring over from Valley Christian, and all sorts of expectations on him, individually, outside, dealing with a lot of stuff, but the way he was able to throw himself into the team, the way he was able to fracture his finger and have it pointing in a different direction, and one of the more disgusting things I saw. And then, coaching staff talking that he's probably done for a couple weeks. And not only was he not done, he was practicing the next day and then making shots against SI at their place in the second league game. And if he doesn't come in and knock down some big shots, I remember he even had that scoop shot there too. Crazy shot that goes in. But if we don't have that, we don't win league without it. We don't win a ton of games. So the way he shoots it, the way he's able to go by people, we're excited to have him one more year and ready to push some other guys out. Okay. Gavin Rip. Talk about unique journeys, and this guy's got another one. So transferring over, and he has to sit out 30 days. And during his sit-out time, he gets injured. And then we get him back, and then he gets injured again. And then he comes back, and now he's kind of flowing a little bit, and then we got the hand stuff. I think we got a lot of hand stuff with our team. But the effort and energy that he put in was huge for us. And he was at every practice, even when he wasn't practicing because of all the injuries. But he was always giving his effort on the bench. If you look at any of the film, he's a guy standing up every time. So, like I said, it takes all of us to be successful, no matter what kind of contribution. And he was a huge part of it. We got 2 more years. Sorry, we got 2 more years with them, and I'm looking to get him healthy there. TJ. All right, we talk about journeys as well, and this guy has some journeys with his fingers and his injuries, and what he was able to do from where he was this summer to where he was coming in the season. He wasn't kind of penciled in to be a guy that was going to get many minutes, and then by the preseason, he's one of the guys coming in and running the show and doing exactly what we need him to do. So huge part of why we were successful in the preseason. And then also in the league season without kind of the little banged up injuries. So looking forward to getting him another year, getting successful, keeping him healthy, trying to keep all of us healthy, and looking to have a successful season there. And our last underclassman, Derek Sangster. Just talking about Derek, things that jump out, of course, are some of the points or rebounds that jump out on the page, but also the defensive stuff that he does for us to anchor us, and the shots that he alters. He was a huge impact for us on both sides of the floor. Without his effort, his energy, we're not as successful as we are. But the way he was able to, score all sorts of crazy points in multiple ways, whether it be knocking down threes, getting to the free throw line, or on the post. He really was a huge contributor just on both sides of the floor. And as you guys know, with that, he was, I forgot to give you the other guys. First team All-League right here, so you got your certificate, first team All-League right here. There's also, you got Player of the Week 1 week. He also was CCS Scholar Athlete of the Year by 49ers Cal High Sports. So looking forward to seeing him for one more year. We got him as a senior, so big things coming from this guy. And then Anthony Ventura. And, I've kind of talked about our seniors, but one more time, though, I can't thank Anthony enough, just all the 4 years of commitment that he's put in. And another challenging thing is not playing. And like Patrick, he was huge with the effort that he put into the scout team, the effort that he put into just improving our guys, the effort on the bench. If you're not an all-star in your role, like I said, we're not going to be successful. So huge thank you for your 4 years, and we're going to miss you, big fella. Isaiah Kabibi. Now, I can't say enough about Isaiah, just from where he was in the summer to getting injured in Section 7 and not being able to play. So like everyone has their own individual journey that they go through. And us not knowing who's really going to be our point guard running the show for us. And then by the preseason, we knew that Isaiah was kind of that guy. And he was kind of on the verge just down in San Diego. We were kind of feeling like you're kind of figuring things out. And then once league came around, he was even making bigger strides. By the second half of league, he knew exactly, I think the game had slowed down for him. He knew exactly what he was trying to do, what the team needed. And not only just from the point guard position, I think he grew as a leader, just the way he was able to communicate to our guys, and really set a huge example on just the way to communicate to guys, the way to look them in the eyes, call out any kind of BS, and figure things out together as a team, where it's not just coming from the coach. So can't thank you enough, and all that hard work is paying off. Big trouble. And because of that, of course, the coach has recognized him as second team All-League there. All right, and then last but not least, Aiden Burke. I feel like I can't say too many nice things about him because I feel like he's got something set up for me. So there's something going on here. So I think he's had enough of me for 4 years and he's going to let me have it after this. So, but he knows he doesn't have to run anymore. He knows these guys will have to run for him. So, but anyways, Aiden, like I mentioned earlier, just from you tell him to do one thing on how to do something, and he figures it out right away. What was impressive this year is the leadership role he took, the way he was able to communicate as well, the way he led by example. We do shooting drills. I think only a few guys beat him during the whole year. It was Isaiah. You got a couple? You got a couple times.
I beat you last year.
The fact that we can only think about a few times though, when we have a competition every practice. So he probably knows exactly which one too. But I think he's a testament of going through the program and kind of helping us and pass on that torch of how competitive the practices are, because he was getting beat when he was a freshman, when he was a sophomore. He says he beat Mike last year, but I don't remember him. Okay, he'll remember it better than I can. But just we've had some great shooters, and part of it is because the way we compete in practice, the way we compete against each other and make each other better. And I thought he really helped that set example for how hard you have to go. And he earned everything he got, and it culminated in him getting the MVP when our record was 13-1, and everybody's saying that Will Height at Reardon is a better player than him. But my biggest thing, I thought you impacted winning in a bigger way, and that's a testament to who you are, and that's what basketball is all about. So you are definitely going to be missed, but can't thank you enough for everything you've done. He was MVP, and they also gave you a first team as well. So and like I mentioned before, we had 5 guys that made the all-league team. And JP, all hands, here's JP. JP was honorable mention, and Tyler Jones was also honorable mention. And we were the only team with that many guys to an all-tournament, to an all-league team. And that's a testament to us winning as a team. And that's, all those are a team award, I think, just because if we don't win, these guys don't get honored like that. So a tribute to you guys with that. For us as a program, we have a Scholar Athlete Award and a Monarch Award. Now, as a Scholar Athlete, we have a lot of choices because we have a highly successful academic class from all levels. But for this year, for this senior, Isaiah Kabibi, you're a winner. Everyone knows what he's done, so second team all-league, but just being one of our main guys. And we talk about from a practice standpoint too. You look at our 3 seniors. You look at Isaiah. You look at Aiden. You look at Anthony. And, you know what we're trying to get out of guys when they're done here. Are they competitive? And are they mentally tough? And I think if you look at those guys and if they look themselves in the mirror, I think they know how to compete. Whether it be in basketball, in life, whatever you give it to them. And I think they're mentally tough. They can handle anything thrown at them. And all 3 of them make huge strides as men, being able to communicate, and also just being mentally tough and compete. So, thank you. And I know he's won a ton of awards already, but Aiden Burke, come on up here. So the Monarch Award goes to someone who embodies what it means to be part of the Monarch basketball program, and what it means to be able to compete, what it means to be mentally tough. And Aiden Burke checks every box, just from both the offensive end, the defensive end, and just you talk to any coach, when you talk to coaches, whether it be the D1 guys that come in, they say this guy just impacts winning, whether it be an open gym. If you watch him on film, just the little things that he does, where he's always in the right spot. He can guard a big guy or a guard. So what he does is impactful from so many levels, and he's going to be a hard guy to replace. But I know a lot of you young guys hopefully will kind of take that challenge on and kind of live up to what he's trying to do. So big thank you for you. Before we wrap up, we had 2 ladies that were huge impacts for us. They attended all our practices, were able to do all the statistic work for us, and traveled to all the games. So Maddie and Greta, if you guys can come up here. So these 2 traveled to all of our games on the bus, and carried themselves as professional, and they're seniors, so they're going off. So we only got them for 1 year. So a big thank you for all that you did, and I know they're going to be successful whatever they do. All right, big thank you. And last but not least, Emily. Trading flowers there. Thank you very much. Thank you for all that she did to organize know, whether it be the team meals, this right here, she's been a rock star. She also does it for the freshman 18 too. So all the impact that you have on our program is, we can't thank you enough.
And for those of you who don't know, I've been with these guys since Nolan was in 3rd grade, because we've been through the Targets program, so I feel like we've all kind of grown together. I can't thank you guys enough for just the impact you've done. I didn't lose my voice, and I know all of these kids. So,
You want to say something?
No, do it. Hey, okay.
we got one more word.
I guess I'm talking since TK put me on the spot.
Give me that.
But not only for the amount of time that you guys put in with the team, away from your family, but when I think of coaches, I think of like how you impact a young man and how they grow as people. And to see how much these kids have grown up and emulate role models, I can't think of 4 better coaches that I would want my son playing for that you guys have done. So just thank you very much for the
Senior pictures. Now, normally we've let this seniors, if they want to get anything off their chest,
Go ahead.
Ann or Isaiah or
Hey, Aaron. Oh, Aiden. Give us these real quick.
Oh, Aiden.
Come on. Aiden, come on.
Thanks,
Timmy.
Damn. Okay. You gotta explain it, man. You can't even.
Yeah, say about yourself.
So he got a chance to call me Little Timmy right now. Is this 2 years? Yeah. So a couple years ago, when my dad passed, all these guys came to my dad's funeral, and Aiden was there. Were you there? No, because you were young. Because this guy's been around forever. So he got to experience when my godfather came up to give a speech, and he started calling me Little Timmy. And so our team decided to get a couple shots, and that lasted one time, and then a couple times later, then we got on the line there. So he figured he can't get on the line now. So fellas, we got to go into the gym. No, but in all seriousness, huge thank you to these coaches, and like Rob just said, the amount of hours that we put in, we really throw ourselves into it. We love this. We care about you guys, and we want to see them grow as men and do it through basketball. We have a ton of fun with it, and these guys were fun to go on this journey with. So we're going to miss these 3 seniors, but we're looking forward to our new journey coming up here. So, coaches, you guys got anything?
Appreciate you guys. Love you guys. Thank you to the parents as well. Yeah.
That's it.